Day 2, bright and early, Tuesday morning. Going to be a little different morning. Typically, of course, I'm going to be going to work, and typically I'll bring my backpack with my computer and whatever else I'm bringing to work that day. But today, my computer stays home. I'm not bringing my computer over to church, so it's just me, my Bibles, my books, pen and paper today.
Tides that I tried to swim against brought me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things unsaid.
I've spent the last about 4 hours here at work, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, I spent 0 time on the computer, no time obviously using the internet, using it on my phone or anything like that, and it was quite amazing how productive I was able to be. This morning, I mean, as you can see by these notes, literally I was able to last about 3 hours to create our whole series for the next month and a half or so. So it's pretty neat. Alright, so we're home for lunch, and we're about to eat. Ellie, what are you going to have for lunch today?
Burps.
What are you having?
Burp.
What kind?
Burp.
Ellie calls soup. What do you call soup?
Burp.
That's my beautiful 2-year-old. It's Tuesday afternoon, and no electronics, still blacked out, and I'm getting a little antsy. I want to get outside and do something. So I've been inspired lately by one of my favorite guys on TV, Survivor Man. And so I'm going to go out in the woods with just my backpack and a couple Survivor items and try to survive for the next couple hours or so. And so I'm going to take you guys along with me as we document my survival in the middle of nowhere. So here we go. Let's go. I've been hiking for a long time, probably a solid 30 to 40 seconds. I've come across my spot. I think this is where I'm going to stop and set up camp as I prepare to survive. As you can see, I'm pretty much right in the middle of nowhere. There's no humans of any kind for about 100 to 200 yards from here. As you can hear, you can't really hear anything except cars from the highway about 100 yards that way. But besides that, we're really remote in the middle of nowhere. This is going to be, as you can see, it's very primitive. Not much going on here, very little life. It's going to be hard to survive, but we're going to do our best. So I'm going to show you, I got a little survival kit. I'm going to go through the kit and show you what I got to survive. So here goes. I'm going to show you my survival kit. I've got a couple of things that I brought and a couple of things that Laura secretly packed for me as kind of a survival kit. I mean, when you're out in the middle of nowhere like I am, you need certain things to survive. And so I brought a couple things, and then Laura packed me a brown paper bag full of a couple things. I have no idea what's in here, and we're going to check that out in a second. But first, let me get to the things that I brought. It's very remote out here, not much life at all, no human beings of any kind, so I really felt like I needed a companion, and so I brought my buddy Spalding. Spalding is here, and he's really going to keep me company over the next while as I'm out surviving. And so Spalding's just going to hang out back here and be of assistance whenever needed. So that's my buddy Spalding. Then I brought a couple other things that I thought were just necessities when you're trying to survive situations like this. First of all, a plastic bag. You never know when you're going to need a plastic bag. When I catch my wild game or whatever it is that I need, I mean, even for a covering, shelter, I could use it for a shelter, and I mean, there's various uses for that. So I'm really thankful that I have a plastic bag. Also, a playing card. As you can see, it's a 4 of hearts. I figure, I mean, you never know when a poker game might break out, Or I've heard that these are great weapons, long distance firing if I need to catch anything. And you know, I am totally normally against killing living animals, but when it's a survival situation, you do what you got to do, and you may need a card to do that, to slay them from a distance. So we'll see if that may come in handy. Also, I have a light bulb. You just never know. When you need light, when it starts to get dark here pretty soon, I'm going to be prepared. I got my light bulb, so I'm excited to have that with me. And by the way, energy efficient light bulb, if you notice. Rubber band. Again, kind of like the playing card. I'll be able to have my rubber band to fire or to shoot, or you know, if I need to wrap anything, I'll have that as well. And also, I got kind of a marble or a rock. You just never know. You always want to have one of these with you at all times when you're in a survival situation. And you know, pretty soon I'm going to need a fire to keep me warm. And I could shoot the sun through this to start a spark and get that fire going. So I'm really thankful for that. And then my last thing, a great food source, a great way to get food in the middle of nowhere, is I have a fly trap. And what you do with this is you literally just pull it out, and whenever flies come by, what I'm going to do is just hang this from a limb. And so, oh, the limb broke. But when flies come by, that's just going to catch the flies, and that's a great source of protein. It's going to be a great food source for me when needed. So I'm also very excited about that fly trap. So there's my survival items. Here's the brown bag that Laura packed for me. And again, these are a bit of a mystery, but I'm thankful that she did this. First item, it's bubbles. And man, what a great idea. Because when you're bored or you just need to stop and blow some bubbles, you'll be able to do that. And so, Laura, thank you for the bubbles. That's great. Also, she brought me a fortune cookie, and when you need some extra food energy, I'll be able to have that, and so that's awesome. And also, when you need some good reading, there's a fortune in there to be able to read as well. And then she got me a light, so yeah, it's just great. So now I have two lights. I got a bulb and this, which will be great. And then some scissors. Never know when these will come in handy. And so, Laura, thank you for this special pack. And I feel like I'm well equipped to survive the elements. So I'm just coming over to check on my fly trap to see if I can get some needed protein. I've been without food now for about 15-20 minutes. Whoa, this is amazing. I just looked down after checking the fly trap, and here is some kind of huge lizard gecko type thing. Unbelievable. What a find. A lot of people wouldn't think this, but tree bark is a very good source of nutrients. And there are only certain trees, some trees would not be good, and some could even really harm you. But this tree, it's a sequoia chapoya. And this one, it's really, really nutritious and good for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat some of this bark and give it a shot. So I just crawled through 10 feet of bush, and when I came out to the other side, this is what was staring me down: a herd of giraffe. I can't believe it. I didn't even know we had giraffe on Long Island. This is amazing.